When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to the home of the Penn State Nittany Lions, Beaver Stadium in State College, Pennsylvania. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Penn State Nittany Lions. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Nittany Lions will get us underway with the opening kickoff. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. To throw, it's Russell. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. He goes out of bounds, but there is a flag on the field. Let's see what this one's about. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Now they'll try the right side. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up, get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your running back.
They'll run play action. He throws one to the left. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Just a small return, but a big play as they have it now at the 45.
More statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Wants to go up top. Fires to the big fella. There he goes. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Throws for the tight end. Got his man downfield. And they make the striking connection, and they've got it down to the 13-yard line, a red zone chance.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys, but that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season, and man, you know he's looking for more.
It's reverse. Headed to the end zone, and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Nittany Lions!
I often say the best offenses in college football are the ones that can run the football down in the red zone, but it's not just conventional runs. It's getting the reverse going as well. Why not get one of your best playmakers the football here in the green area and let him go? Nice job getting the pitch, using his speed, scoring a touchdown.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Alabama with a multitude of options on second and short. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. A cornerstone of the Alabama program really throughout history has been be physical, establish a running game.
Yeah, great running backs. I mean, not only are you recruiting great players in the offensive line and skill and all over the place, but so many great backs that you can name off the top of your head.
Lots of room to run. And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big third down conversion by this offense.
That's it, fly. Just a Baryshnikov-like move on the sideline to tap that toe and get the first down.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw to get the first down.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
And we've already seen it a couple times now. Like, he is more than willing and actually quick. He's quick to get those puppies moving and get out the pocket and go scramble and make a play. If this defense is paying attention, his feet is a big part of this game plan.
Got it set up on the outside. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown tie. Looking for the tie with the extra point. And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. State sends the offense back onto the field. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down.
Well, how about that play? Curl route, and the receiver, as soon as he turned around against zone coverage, the ball was right on him, so he was able to catch it and go get the first.
That's the way to start a drive, and now they'll try to follow up on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Takes the easy completion. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Well, it's important in this game this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
They'll send the tight end in motion. Back to pass on 2nd down. Quarterback adapted. Picked off to stop the threat. Bringing it back. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the... Position with the return.
Well, he was rolling to his right, and because of that, I don't know if it affected the timing between him and his wide receiver. They just weren't on the same page on that one as the defense comes away with the INT.
They'll start this drive from the 42. Back to pass, it's Russell. Fires one high and deep. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
Well, This defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. A 6-yard pickup that leaves them with 3rd and 4.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The decimal meter's about to explode. One of the great environments, wide-out level noise. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line.
Man, you see tight end matchups all over the field all the time. Now, it used to just be in the red zone. Now, you just find the big fellow, you put him in the slot, try to give him the ball as much as possible because you know he can make big plays.
The run from the shotgun. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run.
Oh, he's got some space. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another first down. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama! Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Hold it, finds his man on the left. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
Back to pass. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect, last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Gets his first one of the day away. Might be a little stiff. They only used him twice in that loss a week ago. We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the 2nd quarter. So after the break, they'll go back to work. The give on the option. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. To the air. It's Russell. Incomplete. Looked as if he had his man, but just a misfire from the senior.
And that's where quarterbacks, they got to be very assertive. They got to believe what they see and really pull the trigger. The longer they wait and they get off rhythm or off timing, a lot of times it ends up in incomplete passes.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Now improvising. Fires on the move. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on third down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Off the play fake on first down. Finds his man. It's Gibbs. Here comes the offense on second down. Power football with the run. They make the stop after a gain of 3 to the 31.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Makes the catch. Turning it on. He's showing it all. The juice, the jets, the moves, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
Now from inside the red zone. Going for 6. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
And those sting for offenses, man. You've got an opportunity to get in the end zone, to get the touchdown. It's not easy. It's hard to get guys open. He comes open, and the quarterback, man, I bet he wishes he had that one.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got to...
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
Well, the offense got themselves into trouble. They're back in their own end. It's an obvious passing situation, so the defense is just pinning their ears back, and they're trying to get after him. They could not allow him to escape, step up, get rid of the football. They take a sack very close to the goal line.
The run to the right. And some room to work. And he'll be smacked to the ground.
Well, the defense may have been caught off guard a little bit on that play. It was 2nd and long. They weren't expecting the run. So now we've got 3rd and manageable, and they've got to be running to themselves. This offense is going to try to run the ball again
here. He's going to fire to the left. A big-time catch along the sidelines. Got the foot down and an excellent throw, too. The Tide with the 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Looking to scramble. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week in the American fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Texas A&M is down, but they are not out of it. Not there in Kyle Field. One of the more special places to watch a game in all of college football. They're trailing by just 4 to Iowa. Ought to be fun, fellas, to see how things play out in this notable matchup in the American.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. It's Nicholson. Breaks into the open. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
And that's the beauty of this offense and this playmaker at wide receiver. Throw the ball short, but what he does after the catch, he's just got so much speed, so dynamic with the football, and this is why they get it to him short, because he can take it to the house or make a big play on any reception.
The Nittany Lions can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Fires deep toward the end zone. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete. The Nittany Lions are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. He'll throw on 3rd down. They'll mark him down right there, but it is a big play, and they'll move the chains.
Really nice job there at the quarterback. Reading coverage, he knew exactly where to go with the football and at what exact time. The timing could not have been better. They get the completion on 3rd down, setting up 1st and goal.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time. Offensively, the defense coming up with a huge negative play.
They've pushed it forward down to the 5, but now looking at 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback strolling away from heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Now you get more and more hits on the QB like this right there. More and more making him scramble out of the pocket to the right. That's winning. He's going to start to see ghosts. He'll start to panic. He'll start to speed up that processor. Nice job by the defense making that quarterback feel very, very uncomfortable.
4th and goal from the 5, and the offense is staying out there. A gutsy move by this ball club. He wants to change this route. Wants to go up top. Lets it go to the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. Listen to this noise. You can't hear yourself think as this defense hasn't been deep in their own end. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
And it's not a surprise who they gave the football to. When you get down in this area, they're going to call his name. The physical back, they're going to give him the football. They're going to use their identity of physicality and run game down here in the red zone.
Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the 1st down.
Nice job by the receiver on the back end there, too. He sees his quarterback on the run moving, and he just works to get himself open to give his guy a place to throw the football. They're able to connect, and they keep the drive going.
Fires on the move. Got his man all by himself. Wide open spaces. The tag. Almost took it all the way, but a huge gain, and he has him set up 1st and goal.
Man, this quarterback is having a first half. He's over 200 yards already, heating up, setting up. Dude, this dude might break his career high in passing. I don't know what it is. Somebody get stats for him.
Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. The 40. The 20. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Penn State.
This is a defense that prides themselves on getting turnovers, and it starts with the pass rush. It was the hit on the quarterback that forced the throw to not be as accurate as the QB would have liked. Nice job in the back end, securing the interception, and then taking it the distance.
And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To the air, it's Russell. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Catch inside the 25. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
A lot of times when you go to the stat sheet after the game, defenses are going to look at explosive plays. Like, we're taught to be top down, stay deep, don't give up those big plays, make them earn it all the way down the field. Bad job giving up the big.
Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Bama! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points.
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
Get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see how they handle it. Looking downfield on first down. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the second half. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Making side adjustments here. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. The Nittany Lions send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. A low line drive and not his best work. Here comes that Alabama offense. Look out, he's got room. Got the first down and more. Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. He's turning it loose into the middle. And it falls incomplete, and the offense is lucky to have it. Defender right there almost had it in his grasp. They're dealing with a second and long. They run the reverse. And a nice, solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
I love the timing on the jet sweep there. The quarterback snapped it at the perfect moment. He can give it right away to the receiver to get outside, get around the defensive end, and start getting on the field.
These old girders are rocking on third down here at Beaver Stadium. He made the catch. Pass. Also past the sideline. He's out of bounds. It'll be fourth down.
Well, it's third and short. They're throwing for it. They just can't come up with that one. Setting up a big decision now for the head coach on fourth down.
So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. What a disappointment. No good. Missed the field goal. Missed the chance to make it a three-possession game. It's still a 14-point lead, guys. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. Swings it out to his running back. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Fires to the big fella. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately. And the Nittany Lions want to move quickly. To the ground to try to move the chains. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
Yeah, and I just need a crease. I need you offensive linemen, just like right here. Great job holding the point of attack. Don't let any penetration come in. Give me a little.
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
Really nice play. When you talk about Alabama and their dominance on defense, especially in recent years, it all starts up front. You have to have disruptors playing on the defensive line, guys that can be versatile and line up at different positions, but create havoc in the backfield. And that's what this guy has been able to do throughout his career.
And they swarm him under.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Quarterback may change this route. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man on the right. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Bringing the heat. Flips it out on the screen. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. Now, how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
They'll try to run for it. He didn't get it. Not only that, he lost yardage.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
On fourth down, going to the air. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. The long missed field goal squashed any hopes of scoring on the last drive. They'll try to get something done this time. They get him stopped after a gain of 4 out to the 28. Got the first down and still on his feet. They make the stop, but not before the chains move and the Wildcat formation pays off. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Slithers into space. There he goes. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play. The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Safe completion on the screen. Defense uses the sideline there, and he gets it into plus territory at the 49.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
Wants to throw on first down. Unleashes one deep. And that one is picked up in the end zone.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football. He's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. They didn't give him much of a chance to make that play even bigger, but the turnover has him set up at the 16. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, Dave. Takes it the other. Got some room, entered to the goal line. Touchdown tie. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Tight end now in motion. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Quickly complete. Really good pickup on 2nd down there. Leaves them with 3rd and 2.
Guys at the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the 2nd half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. And the incomplete pass, they roll the dice. Snake eyes. They'll have to hustle if they want to get off another snap before the end of the period. They go to the ground. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
Really nice 3rd down sub defense there that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, and now forcing the incompletion setting up for it.
It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And that will extend their lead even further.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest of this way, and we looking pretty good.
And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. The Nittany Lions buried deep in their own territory, just trying to find breathing room on first down. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Snagged out of the air. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. The Nittany Lions come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Motion from the wideout. Quarterback making adjustments. Leaves it with the running back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
Oh, he makes the catch. He goes out of bounds, couple of yards short of the 20. They'll mark it at the 18. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Just gets it to the 28, pickup of 1.
How about the job by this defense today? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense, stopping the run game, stopping the run game. Boy, have they showed up and showed out and answered that challenge.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. They almost had another interception. They're trying to set records out there.
And almost another interception for this defense. They've been picking him off like crazy. They've shut down this passing attack, creating so many big plays. This defense is dialed in, locked in, and really creating havoc for this offense.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
Looking to throw on first down. Caught near the sideline, it's Gibbs. Getting closer and closer to midfield, out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 47. Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. He might want another play. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. From the gun, the running back has it. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Now on the counter. And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. They'll move the tight end. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Can't make the connection, and the defense gets a fourth down stop. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Finding open areas. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Looks as if the Tide will run it away. Too much contact after the fair catch signal, and it'll cost him here.
On the set.
The give to the tailback. Into a mass of giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air, or you've got to be more physical up front.
And this offense has got to kick it in high gear now. Making a big play, that is great, but we got to go up-tempo. We got to go fast. We're trailing big in this ball game. We got to put a lot of drives together and maybe even get lucky with an onside kick.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Finds his tight end.
And I know this football game is over, but we got to keep fighting. We got to keep finding something, some kind of rhythm in this offense, something we can hang our hat on that we do really, really well. Listen, the intermediate passing game like this has taken over college football, short to intermediate. So
he's got it inside the 15. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
Well, I'll give this offense some credit because they've got a lot of fight. There is no quit in them, and they're obviously trailing by a big amount in this game. They haven't had a lot of success, but they're still taking shots, and their players are still out there competing.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and get into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of it.
And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
Yeah, and I tell you what, I love the run game down here. I love being able to give it to a back and be able to trust him. Listen, he doesn't have any touchdowns on the season, so I know he's wanting to punch one in. And down here, giving me the opportunity. Let me prove myself, so I love the big fella getting the football.
Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
They'll line up to go for 2. He wants to throw it. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. At this point, a comeback would take one of the biggest miracles in the history of the sport, but they'll line up for the onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming.